back at our NSU Quickley build today. I got a new coil and wheel in the post, which I know are two that belong with each other. I'm now just fitting the new coil, and I'll just explain a bit about that before we continue on, just to show you, for those of you who don't know. Always one end of the lighting coil will go to the condenser, center of the condenser, and the wire that comes out of that usually ends up going to the lights. So that'll be that one goes to the lights, and that end goes to the center of the condenser. Now, before you do that, always make sure that your condenser's a good condenser, and the way to check that is to stick your multimeter to ohms, and the lowest setting on ohms, and you put your red terminal on the casing of it and the black on the top. And if you see the numbers starting to climb gradually, you know that that's probably a good condenser. If you get a large number straight away and it's not doing that, it's probably a bad condenser and you'll need to change it. Okay, so that's that explained. When you're fitting the coil, the small wire coming out of the coil needs to go to the center of the condenser, and then you have a HT lead to solder into the back of this here, which I have just done, and I'm about to tape that up now to keep it in place. So that's just to show you that. So when you get all your soldering all done, you fit your plate to the engine, and now I have to find my little woodruff key, because I lost the woodruff key out of this. As you can see, I bought a new one, so I have to get it and put the woodruff key in, and then I'm going to put this wheel on the top, and that'll be us ready to get setting the spark timing up. So you'll see, maybe if I have a bit of light, that I have my woodruff key in now, which is that piece. And also, that I forgot, there's the other end of the lighting coil, which has to go into this little piece here. I replaced this whole new piece here and screwed it on and soldered this wire into it. So that's your lighting coil. Your lighting coil wire will come from this here on up into the bike. So that's what that is. Now the wheel is going to go on now. I'm going to tighten it on, and we'll start to set up the spark and spark timing and see how we get on. Okay, so after trying to put the wheel on here, I've come across a little situation. I don't know if you can see that. The wheel's far too big for the shaft, so that's not going to be any good to me. I may have to try and see if one of the other wheels will fit this. Wish me luck. Okay, so I didn't set anything up yet, but I did check it to see if I was getting a spark, and we are getting a spark, so that's a good start. I'm over the moon happy, because I've worked for a very long time to try and get a spark on this bike. Getting a spark is definitely about half of our battle anyway, at least. Right, we're going to start setting this up. I'm going to set my points gap and do my top dead center and all that stuff, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so I just spent my time trying to get the points gap right. The points gap is supposed to be 0.3 millimeters, and as you can see, you have to bring it to top dead center. Hold on, I'll get you a bit of light if I can. Not unless I zoom in. It's a bit odd the way this works. Right, you can see that I have made a mark here, and on the wheel, where's my corresponding mark on the wheel now? And I made. 1 second till I find it. Yeah, there. You'll see that I have made a mark for my T there, top dead center. And the way you find that is, well, there is a way. A guy called KMZ on YouTube here will show you. If you want to find that video, I do not have the time to explain that way. So I bought a little mechanism that you can get for doing this, and this is it. And you basically screw that down into the hole, and when you turn the wheel, this little piece comes upwards, and when it comes up to the point where it's starting to drop again, you know that that's a top dead center. That's where the piston's at the top. So then you mark your flywheel and the case in there to show you where top dead center is on it. So you put it to top dead center, then you have to muck around. Now there's different types of points for these Quickleys, but mine is the type with the little screw. I don't know if you can see it in there. And you would adjust that. You would loosen this one, and then you would turn this in left and right till you get it right, and you have to keep coming back and forth with the wheel. I don't know if you can see the points there, opening and closing. Just there. See them? See them opening, closing. So that's where you need to get that at 0.3 millimeters. So now I'm going to go on to the next piece and set my timing, spark timing. So in order to set our firing mark, you have to bring your top dead center mark to where you had it. And a Quickley engine fires 25 millimeters before top dead center, which means it fires before it gets to top dead center, 25 millimeters. So what you do is you take your T mark, you get a bit of a little measuring tape here, like this, that's inches, in millimeters, and you measure back 25 millimeters. You'll see that I've already done this, and that will be your fire mark there. 25 millimeters back from T. Remember, this engine runs backwards, not forwards. It runs this way, anti-clockwise. So that will be firing before it gets to the T. Okay guys, so this is the second night now at this Quickley engine. I'm having some rotten luck. No matter what I've tried to do, I cannot get it to run. I cannot figure out the issue. I am having trouble managing to set the timing properly on it though, and I believe that maybe because this wheel isn't the right wheel to go with the plate that's behind it. That's my thoughts anyway. And I do have another set here. I don't know what the coil is like on this one. That's the issue. But if it was a good coil, I would nearly give this a shot to see if it's any better. So I may try doing that. I don't know how to test the coil really, so I'm just going to take my chances and hope for the best. I did check it for compression, and I was getting 60 psi compression, which some people say is all that a Quickley should be giving you, and then other people say that it's way too low and there's something wrong. But I hope not, because I've spent an awful lot of time building this engine, and I wouldn't like to think that I've done anything to damage any of the pieces that I have here. So we'll just have to hope that that's not the case. Anyway, so we're going to try and sort this coil out and see if it's any better. Okay, so we got, sorry about this, we got just over 60, maybe 70. It's low anyway, it's not what it should be. It's actually nearly 80, so it is. It's close enough to 80. Okay, so this is my third day at the NSU Quickley, and I finally found the issue, and it wasn't to do with timing. I took the head off again. Now these were brand new piston, brand new rings, which is why I'm going to stress something to you now. Whenever you are putting your heads onto your engines, and I've stressed it before, do be very careful what you're doing, because you'll see I've had a broken ring. I must have broke the ring when I was putting it on, the head on, or something happened where the ring got broke. So that has been the issue, and now my issue is that the whatever part of the ring fell off, it's probably down in there, and I'm going to have to take nearly the whole engine apart again just to get that out of there. So it's unfortunate, but it has to be done or it'll catch in the gears and break them. So that's it. And I just remembered also that before I put this in, I didn't check my ring gap, so I just checked it there now, and you can see like that there's the piece that needs to go around the little pin, but there's absolutely no gap really worth talking about in between that. So that could have been an issue too. I'll have to check that. New rings anyway, I have to order new rings. So that concludes our video for today, guys. What more can I tell you? We found the problem. It was all my own fault. I must have broke it when I was fitting the barrel. It happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm a bit disheartened over it after all the hard work that I put in, and I'm worried now how I'm going to get the piece out of the casing. But we will get it done. I just have to wait another week or so for the new rings to turn up, and we'll refit them, and hopefully then we'll not have too many problems getting it to run. I'm hoping that that's all that it was, and I'm not having any other issues with spark, timing, all that sort of thing. So thanks for watching. Don't be afraid to comment, and if you like the video and you want to follow, press like and give me a thumbs up, and until next time, guys.